Coach, if you could start us off with an opening statement.
Yeah, I think we were just all excited to get season kicked off. It's a long off season for the players and the coaches, and a long summer of work, and it's always an exciting time when basketball season rolls around, and it's clearly in full swing after the weekend. So it was good to get it kicked off. I thought we played hard and at sometimes really well at A&M. Fell short, but I think we learned some lessons from that game, and then I thought Saturday's game against UTRGV was just a well played game, really, by both teams. I didn't think we made a ton of mistakes. I thought it was just two teams that shot the ball pretty well, and we were lucky to come out on top on Saturday. But I'm pleased to be moving forward, and we have a big week ahead.
Against the Vaqueros, Sydney Love had 21 points, 11 assists. The last time somebody had 20-plus points and double-digit assists was Monica Gibbs 15 years ago. What did you think of the way your point guard played on Saturday?
I thought she was just in control. Sid has been here for 3 years and been a 3-year starter, and someone that we definitely rely upon. But I think also you just see the growth in a young lady that has sort of been in the fire and understands what the roller coaster you sort of ride in a game. And I thought that she had some really good moments, but I thought where she was so impressive was just her ability to stay connected with our team and to stay focused on what the task at hand was and not to get too high or too low. It was probably one of her best performances as far as what I call keeping the blinders on and just have tunnel vision in what it was going to take for our team to win the game on Saturday.
Alexis Parker earned her, I believe, 4th career start. Demara Allen got her first career start, just her 2nd collegiate game. What did those two do to work their way into the line?
I think it kind of goes back to, what I just alluded to, which is the summer grind and the off-season grind as you get ready for season. Right now, you're really, from a coaching perspective, you're looking at who's been the most consistent from day one, and who has sort of put their shoes on, laced them up, and worked every single day. And I think that those two have really shown a level of consistency with just how they're approaching practice every day. I mean, there's others that have too, and right now it's a level of uncertainty really with our wing players. Who's going to be ready to play, who understands the scout, who understands what we expect, how to get the ball to the right person at the right time. Just a lot of things that go into playing at this level, and I think that it'll still be kind of a week by week situation, just because there are some other players that I think deserve some playing time too. I thought Emma had some really good minutes and hasn't played hardly at all. But when you go back to the question, which was about Lex and Demara, it's just been their level of consistency from day one.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Emma Lucio. You brought her up in the post-game press conference too. She was someone who I wasn't sure was going to see the floor against the Vaqueros. She had a lot of family there. She's from the Valley, and she came in and hit 2 pretty big shots. Siena Gudadaro came off the bench. She hit some big shots. Is it a comfort to have that many shooters down the bench at next man up mentality type thing?
For sure. I think we have more players prepared to play. Last year it was a struggle at times to be able to find some guards that were preparation-wise, ready to play in the game and knew the scout and knew what was expected. I just think we have more players that are taking the approach to practice every day and the approach to getting themselves ready to play in the game. I think there's more players taking that seriously. We talked about this probably a month ago when we knew season was just around the corner. What are you going to do to separate yourself? Because there is a clump of guards that are really pretty similar in skill set. Some defend better than others, but some shoot a little bit better. But reality of it is, you have to figure out a way to separate yourself, and some of that is on the defensive end. Some of that is knowing the plays, preparation, play-to-play mentality. There's a lot of things that go into that, but I think it's wonderful that we have some options, and that if someone's having a bad night, is there someone else ready to go? And Emma was ready, and I think if she can figure out how to approach every day like she maybe approached that game. I think she had a good approach to the exhibition game that we played, and I think if she can build on that, then she has a skill set that will help our team.
And we'll close things out with this one. Jordan Jenkins is a player that demands attention from the defense. How does her ability to drive in the paint open up your offense and allow some of those shooters to get open on the perimeter?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that this morning in our staff meeting. I mean, we've got to find this sort of level of next pass mentality because the way teams are playing us right now, they're sort of inviting the ball to go into the paint, and then they're crowding it pretty quickly. So I think we have to have a better mentality of moving the ball. Maybe playing inside out some, next pass mentality. And I think that takes some time. I think everybody's anxious to play. They all want to make plays. But I think Jordan does demand a lot of attention. And, we talk a lot about just playing on 2 feet, reading the defense first, not getting in too big of a hurry. And she's wonderful at that. I mean, she has a pace about her that is really, really terrific. But I think, we're probably going to have to play some inside-out basketball. And if we make the other team whatever they're choosing to do. I mean, you have to pretty much take what they give you, and if they give you next pass, then you have to make that, and then it'll come back around to you at some point. So I think, there's an ebb and flow with that with Jordan. I mean, sometimes they leave her one-on-one and say, okay, we'll let you score, and we'll shut everybody else down, and some defenses don't want her to have it. So I think she has to continually challenge herself to read the defense.
That'll wrap things up. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.